it's Julian, and today I'm going to be breaking down dance music on 5 levels of complexity. I'm going to be really showing you guys everything you need to know to understand it. You know, I think there's a lot of stuff happening under the surface that I can show you guys in this video that I can't really show you if I'm just telling you, like, yo, here's how you make a kick, here's how you make hi-hats. So, stick around for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys have enjoyed any of my other videos, if I've ever taught you anything, definitely go right at the top of the description and grab 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of my sample packs. The one from this video is available right at the top of the description, as well as all my other ones. I don't make a whole lot just off of YouTube, but with these sample packs and with you guys specifically supporting me, it really helps keep me going so I can keep bringing you guys new stuff like this that hasn't ever been made before on the internet. You know, I have yet to see somebody do this deep of a dive on this. So yeah. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Link is right at the top of the description. Definitely go grab a sample pack or 2. It's going to help your boy out so I can keep bringing you guys new videos all the time. And yeah, let's dive in. So, this is a little track project I've got right here. You can see I've got everything laid out. And I'm just going to be turning stuff on and kind of showing you, like, kind of working our way up. And I think this is really useful because even if I sat here and I just made you a track from scratch right now, I couldn't really break it down the way that I'm breaking it down here. The first level of complexity here would be the kick and the bass. That is, in pretty much all dance music, always going to be the most basic kind of like first thing you want to think about. And right here, yeah, you can see we've got, in the case of this track, so we have a kick, just like a nice punchy kick, and then we have a rumble bass. As you can see, yeah, it's just that same kick with a bit of delay and reverb, filtered, sidechain, and then you get that nice rumble. And they're also being drum bussed a little bit and high pass. And yeah, so this is the first level of complexity because I think really everything in dance music is sitting on top of the kick and the bass. Like, whether you're making house or techno, or even dubstep, or like trap, or something like that, or name your genre, usually the kick and the bass are the two loudest and kind of most in-your-face elements. So if you're starting a track, I would always start with the kick and the bass. Like, that's my formula. Even at this point, like, when I make, like, other styles of music, like pop or hip-hop or something like that, I'm starting with the kick and the bass because it just really is, like, the foundation and definitely like the first level of complexity to kind of understand. You know, you want to, like, the idea with this video too is like I'm showing you kind of where you can break it down in the process. Like, maybe you've been stuck, all your tracks sound kind of like muddy. Well, you could spend a day now just focusing on this first level of complexity, right? Just really learning how to make a good kick, really learning how to make good bass, and then your overall track's going to be better. So that's the first level there. It's going to be the kick and the bass. And in this case, it's a very simple groove. But obviously, the groove of these two elements, especially with house music or something like that, is going to do a lot for, like, how you actually... There we go. You actually hear it. So then the next level up from there would be kind of like the main percussions. So we have, like, a hi-hat. Right, it's still super simple here. We have some percussions as well. Right, maybe we would start with this. Just like this punchy clap snare and the hi-hat. And this is level 2 because this is kind of like the next, like, foundational thing up from the kick and the bass. Like, you know, the kick and the bass are the foundation, but this is also, like, everything has to sit on top of this drum groove. Right, so then the third level after that, once you've nailed down the kick and the bass, you've nailed down your kind of like main right up front drums, would be the background percussion. And this is really just as important. Here we have like this. We have this. There's this one which just plays like a little fill there. But yeah, so also this ride cymbal. it's like, when we solo these and we play them all together without any of the other elements, you really hear it, right? Like, now we're 3 levels in here, and the groove is there, like, the track is pumping, like, we're really moving, and it's just these elements. And this is why it's so important to think of it this way, and why it's so important to really, like, keep in mind the levels of complexity here, is it's not just like, okay, we have a kick, we have hi-hats, whatever. It's about, like, really getting these, like, set up, and really, like, each step, each level is building on the last one, rather than just, like, any old bass and any old kick, and then, we'll mix it later and it'll sound good. It's like, nah, like, you're really nailing down each level. So once you have that, the 4th level would be melodic stuff, like the motif, like between this bass and lead here, which are playing together. Right? So, like, that's kind of like your main idea throughout the track. And a lot of people think you're going to start with that, right? And a lot of times, I actually might start with that. But then the key is, if you do start with that, you're going to mute it, and then go back, and then get your kick and bass going, get your drums going, and then bring it back in. But it's like, yeah, I would say this is, again, you might think this is right up front as, like, one of the first things you want to think about. But really, like, if you don't have this, this could be as cool as you want it to be. And it's just never going to work as well as if you really nail down those drums first. Like, it's not just the idea, it's also the execution. But yeah, so we bring these in here. And then with that, we could also bring in the other melodic elements, like this little string. Something that's really contrasting the bass line. This has this little synth atmos. These all fill out the track. And then also we have these little stabs here. You can hear this a little bit more at the intro. And yes, again, I would consider all of these as like that 4th level. Again, you're going to start with your drums from the most basic ones up. And once you've nailed that down, then you go and you bring this stuff in. And then the 5th level of complexity here would actually be the arrangement. And you can see this here with this track. We have a very simple little arrangement here where it's like building up and building up. And then we get that little fill there. And yeah, so the arrangement, in my opinion, is just as important as any one of your elements. It's like, you can have a fat kick, but if you have a boring arrangement, it's just a fat kick, right? So you really have to think about that. And where that comes from is not just from, like, adding background effects and stuff. You'll notice there's no sweeps, there's not even a crash cymbal, there's nothing like that. All this transitioning and all this little, like, arrangement that you're hearing is coming just from, essentially, the elements in the track that you're already hearing, right? Like, we have, like, this bass. The filter's opening up there. We have, like, this thing is disappearing. And all this is just low pass filters, right? And then, like, in some cases, we're also using a high pass, like, on the bass. You can see that makes it. But yeah, so again, like, the arrangement is not as hard as a lot of people think it is, but I think that's that last level to really master. And if you don't have good elements, you can have a good arrangement, and it's just not going to be a good track. But likewise, if you don't have a good arrangement, but you have really good elements, it's going to be a boring track. So it really has to all come together. And I think that's the idea of this video, is that, it's 5 levels, kind of like 5 layers that you can peel back and really focus on your own. But ultimately, like, all of these are going to come together. And, like, it's the levels that make up the complexity that is techno, rather than like 5 individual things. It's all coming together to make the track. And yeah, so that was gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this project file plus all my other Ableton files and sample packs and MIDI and presets. Literally every single thing that I've ever made for you guys to make better music is available right at the top of the description. You know, it's all very affordable as well. This is designed so that you guys can get the tools you need to make the best possible tracks of your career. I really appreciate all the support, everybody. You know, I don't make a whole lot off of YouTube, but I'm putting a lot of work in with these videos. I put a ton of time into all these sample packs to really make the best quality stuff for you guys. So I really appreciate every sale. It really helps keep me going. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. And I will see you tomorrow with another video.